We are destroyed beyond belief, and you should be metal.
Can you think of Slayer?
This is
Please.
Take it away from him. That's what happens when you drink this.
It was in November.
Don't do it, kids.
We're only just turning 30. And we're already going senile.
If I'm right.
Okay, so you recorded and produced your own album last year. How was that?
Never doing it again. It's horrible. No, it was fun. 3 years. 3 lovely. Fun-filled.
Let's just say we learnt a lot.
I've never rewrote lyrics for songs so many times.
Nah, it was testing. We had our times when where we were, you could say it got a little bit tense at times, but we're all such good mates at the end of the day that kind of shit. Once it's dealt with, it's dealt with. It's just took 3 years, so it took a while. But once we got through it,
I think what he's trying to say is we're very good at putting on a face in front of each other, pretending we like each other now.
all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. But no,
Yes.
it was there was a lot of fun involved as well as there was bad times, but there was a lot of fun. There was a lot of drinking. There was like me and Sean used to come in and we used to basically the magic number of Jaeger bombs that we used to have, and we don't just do one shot of Jaeger. It's got to be at least a double, at least. And we had a lot. We pretty much nailed it. That every time Sean recorded vocals for any part of the album, we always took about 3 Jaeger bombs with doubles before any session, wasn't it? Really.
Yep, pretty much.
There's a lot of that throughout, really, wasn't there? Just drinking and enjoying it.
But I bet actually releasing it was like a monumental moment.
Yeah.
Big weight off the shoulders, definitely.
Yeah, man, it was. I remember sitting and hearing it for the first time. I was lying on bed with a glass of whiskey and coke. I remember hearing it for the first time, and obviously when you're producing an album and you're engineering it, you listen to it very differently to how you would as like a fan of music. After I was listening to things a certain way, and that was the first time I listened to it just as a band member again. And it was like, that was the moment for me where I just went, yeah, this is the dog's bollocks, this is great. It was a great moment, and as soon as we did the album release, it was, we just all had a great time, didn't we? It was such a weight off our shoulders, and just very good to just get the music out there that we've been waiting to release for so long,
Worth it in the end.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we've learnt a lot from it as well for the future.
We did it. We can say that, you know what I mean? We all did it.
I remember the first time I listened to it, and I just remember listening to it and just thinking, my God, I am world class. I should be on bigger and better things now. I'm still waiting for the call.
You never know.
So we.
But until then, I'm drinking battery acid. Just joking.
Okay, so favourite song off the album?
Ooh. I know mine.
I know mine.
Then say it, yeah.
That might help you. Mine's Days of Surrender.
I know that.
Mine's Days of Surrender. Mine's got to be Days of Surrender. That one's the gem for me.
Yeah. Mine's actually a close call between Days of Surrender and Scars to Bear. They're my 2 top.
Mine's On the Lives We Lead. I don't know, actually. I've always had a soft spot for Heroes.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, Days is just such a fucking beast, isn't it?
But Heroes is like very anthemic almost, if that's a word.
It is now.
It is now, yeah.
Anthemic.
Sure, do.
I'm stuck between 2 actually, Scars to Bear and Destroyer.
Okay, so who writes the songs and where does the inspiration come from?
Jesus.
Fair
I'll
play.
put this down.
Keep drinking.
We don't really have a writer as such. It's all just like people chip away on their parts and get help from everyone else on that part if they've hit a brick wall, and that's it really. That's the writing process, especially now with the new stuff. It seems to be more a group effort. I mean, there was always the time when certain people would take certain tracks home with them and you know, chip away at that by themselves, but in the end it always came back to the fold to be listened to and told that it was shit and start again.
Group effort, man.
Yeah.
Everyone was involved.
Yeah.
We
used
used
to be a
definitely
lot-
a group effort, but it
we-
starts off pretty much with
When we started, it was very individuals, you know, at the start. But we were a lot younger when we first started. You know, this music's been going around a long time. It's our first album, so we've had that music, some of that music for quite a while. You know, since we first started the band. But way back when, it was always like a couple of us got together here and there. You know, but again, it was very isolated writing. Whereas now, it's so different. You know, now it's all very team effort, and it's better because of it. You know, we're all realising that now. It's the stuff we're even getting onto now. We only just started riffing again for the first time in God knows how many years, and stuff we're hitting now is just awesome. It's better because of it, because we're all a lot older, more mature, and it's just.
And you've learned from it as well.
Yeah, as well. We all went through so much, and we're all just a lot easier to get on with. You know, if somebody says something's not as good, you don't take it to heart now. You know, it's not like we're going to cry over it. When we were younger, we were like, "What the fuck?" You know. Now it's like, it probably is a bit shit.
But you also released a DVD of the album. Just tell us a bit about that.
Sean?
Looking back at what you were saying about our inspirations, one thing that was always key in the Chimera and the Panteras of the world was that I remember there was a time when Infection came out, and though it wasn't a brilliant CD, we all got together around yours, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we all sat and watched the DVD as a band, because it was like that was the thing. It was always our favourite music always came with a DVD, and we said, well, we don't want to be like too boring with it, but at the same time we don't want to be fucking just random with it. So we wanted to have a bit of structure, tell a bit of the story about who we are, but also show people the odd things we get up to behind closed doors.
yeah.
I think it was like introducing us as a band and what we're like, and you know, a lot of that footage took over such a long time again as well. You know, so it was like seeing us like when I used to be thin, you know, and shit like that. You know, like a lot shorter beard and stuff like that, and like it you know, even looking back at all the footage, it was like it was just a nostalgic trip for all of us, man, because seeing so much of it and how far and how we've all changed. And
I used to have pubes.
And that's the part of it. Now we have to beat that.
Okay.
Yeah, but also like showing people that you see so much. You see a lot of bullshit with bands nowadays, and everything's so serious, so business, all that box. It's kind of nice to be able to remind people that you got to be a bunch of guys who just get fucked up and have fun together, man. Just get shitty and just enjoy shit. You love watching that stuff, and you love realising that a band is friends as well, and just has all that time.
You get a bit
It's
more
good for us as
connected
well,
on a video level.
It's kind of like they were following you through the journey.
Yeah, and you get to see people's journey, and you get a bit more connected. You're not just listening to the music; you're seeing what they've gone through to get there, the good and the bad. Although we just try and portray the good, because everybody else has shit days. Why should we show ours? You know, I mean, we want everybody to see the good, because we all have shit days, right? Who wants to see that? No one.
Well, yeah, it's like music's meant to be an escape, isn't it, from your shit?
Yeah.
We've all got fucking day jobs, and this is our escape from that fucking world, from the
We want it to
bullshit.
be for everybody else, don't we?
Yeah, and that's it. We want to portray that back to people,
It's a good way of looking at it.
and also show people that you can have a drink and
And still be in a.
yeah. Too
I
many.
think the Christmas gig, put it lightly, we all walk up on stage in our fucking outfits and all that, and Sean, just because we're a serious metal band. That was like that's the DVV way, man. Having fun, but still being a serious metal
With
band
our
in
own
the same kind of way.
a very own turkey drummer.
That was brilliant. That was.
Fucking ace.
This year you released your first music video as well. Tell us a bit about that and what you tried to portray in it.
Ooh. Again, we wanted to show something. You know, we want to show that when we're on stage with a business, and that's where the business end of this shotgun comes from.
Mm-hmm.
You come and see us live, unless it's a home gig. We usually bring like the fucking, you know, the full hellbent metal. But we also want to show once again that we just like having fucking fun, and also we realise that if you see something funny, 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to watch it again, and you're going to want to show people, and it's going to get talked about. You know, like fucking you see a Vine video, you immediately take it to the nearest person and go, "Have you fucking seen this?" There you go. There's a second, third, fourth play.
Yeah.
It gives people the replayability to come back and watch this. They're getting to know our song. They're getting to know that our on-stage presence, but they're also getting to know that we do like to have a bit of a laugh.
Mm.
So who thinks of the show ideas then? Because you're quite humorous to watch sometimes. So
We all do, actually.
It's,
We all
a group,
come with-
it's literally
Yeah.
drink-fueled sessions, bad ideas, and somebody ends up just saying something that's so ridiculous, and we all go, "That is amazing. Let's do it."
We've tried doing it sober, and it does not
time
work.
and time
It
again.
does not work.
It
No
spawns
way.
off somebody saying something like that's like just it's a joke. Like somebody will just literally say, "Oh, should we get dressed up?" And like somebody goes a fucking pimp, and somebody goes like it just spawns off that. Somebody comes up with something ridiculous, and then we all go, "Yeah, why not?" But it's like local. We try and do that more because if people are paying money. They all work. They all have day jobs or whatever. They've got kids coming to shows and stuff like that as well. If I pay to see a band, without being funny, I don't want to see the same thing every single time. Especially with bands that are foreign and don't come around very often. Yeah, that's okay. But bands that you're going to see every couple of months or something, sometimes you want to see something a little bit different, especially if you're playing the same set.
yeah, makes you unique as well.
Yeah, and we tried to just add a bit of our comedy in there that we find funny. And if people are paying the money and they're getting a bit of entertainment out of it as well as a heavy metal show as well, and they can have a laugh with you as well and have a drink with you and just have fun, and still enjoy the metal side of it as well. And that's kind of like what we try and portray, like locally especially, is like definitely trying something different every once in a while to just make sure that everybody else is
Also,
having a good time.
Throwing in a new cover as well. People to enjoy.
Yeah.
Covers do work well, actually, because you get a lot of people out there that can relate to that cover you just played, really.
Because of course they'll never come to your show if they've just seen you for the first time. They'll never come and say, "Oh man, do you remember when they played Broken Pride?" Because they don't know your songs. But they say, "Fuck me, did you see those guys that did End of the Line? Yeah, they were nuts. They did this, they did this."
You supported Devil Driver. Are there any other well-known bands you supported?
Defiled, Devil Driver,
Breed
77,
Cylosis.
yeah.
Psycho Stick.
Oh, yeah?
That was class.
So do you think
With
that helped
old-fashioned
you as a
disco.
band?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
massively.
What was the other one? Scarlet Martyr.
Yeah.
We did Joey Jordison's.
Yeah.
The night before, we did the first gig after Joey Jordison got kicked out of Slipknot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of press there, and we were getting told not to say certain things and stuff
Yeah.
because there was
Yeah.
a lot of.
Well, actually, they put a media block on it
Yeah.
because it was all illegal stuff.
They were
with
obviously
a record
saying-
label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was quite. That was the first gig where we went. This is quite serious. There's a lot of serious shit going around. We'll behave a little bit, apart from maybe Joe, but that's
Yeah. That's another story.
Playing on them big stages. Devil Driver was the one for me personally.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
crowd was.
Yeah.
We had our crowd that night, man. Everybody
Unreal.
came out
I
That would-
suppose you start getting introduced to new audiences as well. And they
massively.
start knowing you.
That's
so
a good thing about
good.
doing a support slot for a big band that comes over, is that you get to see a whole lot of new people.
So
It is,
if
man.
you're talking to a new audience, why should they listen to you?
Because we are who we are.
Come and listen to old Grandpa.
He wants to talk after that.
Because, well, I think that too many people have got so far up their own arses that they've forgotten that real people are up on that stage, and I think that's the reason why people should talk to us, because We're fucking realists, you know. We don't have a limit on how much we drink. We don't have a limit to how much we party because we're fucking young-ish. You know what I mean? It's like too many people cut that fucking part of their life out because they think that by being straight cut and serious metal that they're going to get somewhere, but it's just one of those fucking things.
Like I was going to say, actually, we're not one of these bands that turn up, play, and fuck off.
No, of course not.
We'll chill out after, we'll have a talk with the bands, we'll talk to people there. One of our things.
But we find people interesting too, you know, there's always someone in the gig where you can't help but go up to them and go, this guy's fucking nuts.
How many people have we met like that?
Yeah.
Honestly, when we first started doing this band together, I was quite shy. I didn't really like the whole meeting people part of being in a band. Because I'm socially awkward, like a bit. Now, it's the best thing, now it's the best thing about being in the band.
So,
Sure.
most important, one word to describe your music. To new listeners.
Can I do it in two?
Okay, yeah.
Drain sex.
Elaborate.
Can we?
My 2 words are up.